Hi there, welcome back to my channel. These are my thoughts and opinions, and also I swear. Now, I'm not going to give you an analysis. I'm not an analysis person. I'm giving you my opinion. I'm an opinions person, okay? But Princess Kate has been seen. Now, I did a video on Princess Kate back in March, and I'm still holding by my opinions on that. You know, like, I didn't think she was dead, or you thought she'd been taken away for reprogramming, right, is what I said. But she's alive and well and living in Droitwich, right? Now, she was out for the Trooping of the Colour. Now, it said, I'm going to give a few things here. But first, start off, I'm going to call attention to her outfit. Now, I've mentioned before, Lulu and the Sarahs, my hardcore team of people, and Jane, obviously, but that don't fit in with Lulu and the Sarahs. It's not a band name, but I love you, Jane. But one of my friends, Sarah, brought to my attention something which I had completely missed, and that is that this outfit that she's wearing here looks very much like the outfit of My Fair Lady. There. All I want is a room somewhere, loads of frocks and a big gold chair, posh cunt with fuck all hair, oh wouldn't it be lovely, right? Now, obviously she is alive and well, and that was not AI imagery right there, but that was not a happy family. Now, I'm going to just point out the difference. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Right? Point out the difference between this body language here and the body language of Charles and Camilla, who are in love and have been forever because he diddled around behind Princess Diana with her. They're leant towards each other in a V. He's got his hand probably on her arse, you know, something like this. Them pair, all Prince William can see when he looks down on his wife is the top of her hat. He cannot see her, and they've both got their hands up, facing away from it. Like, literally, I want to see a body language expert and analyse that. She turned up there. I don't know about the royal etiquette, but she turned up there with the kids. At that time, I was like, right, well, where's William? And obviously, it was pointed out by when she got out of that car, everybody on the thing was like, oh my God, she's so thin. Literally, and they were commenting like, yeah, but she's always been thin though. Do you know what I mean? Now, I'm sorry, but that is excessively thin. She looks ill. Yes, she's going through preventative chemotherapy and kept all her hair. I don't know, right? But that is an incredibly thin woman, which you would expect because she's been going through treatment and all sorts of hell. But up until this, she'd not been seen. Now, in the video I did in March, where it was, is that she was due to come out for Easter and she didn't, which sparked everything. And obviously, they'd been releasing fake photos of her. The video of her announcing her diagnosis, which again didn't have William on it. She sat on a chair with grass in the background. The chair is actually in front of a wall. Don't know whether the chair can be moved. Don't know if that's like concrete proof. But another thing that I had seen somewhere, which again can be poo-pooed, but if you look at it with the logic of everything, of where has she been, somebody said they may have released this story just to ping off the conspiracy theorists. It could be a genuine thing, but there was a report that somebody in the house, which you're not allowed to do. What happens in the palace stays in the palace. That's the first rule of the palace. I learnt this on a BBC documentary for the chefs who make the food for the Queen years back. But somebody said that she, before Christmas, after Christmas, but before New Year, had been found unresponsive in her room after taking an overdose, and she'd not been seen since. Now, this could well be true, because let's face it, there's been also all this to do that William is actually in love with this other woman, a lady something, Duchess, I don't know. I don't follow him. I just pay attention to what I see in front of my own eyes. And there are rumours that he's in love with this other woman who would be his Camilla and Kate is his Diana. But I just know that, especially if that woman is battling cancer, and she is that thin and that frail and going through that treatment, you would have your hand on that woman if you were any kind of husband. You would be making sure that she was safe. You'd have somebody to hold her hand as she got. You'd be there to hold her hand as she got out of that bloody carriage. You would have your hands on her if you truly loved that woman, and you would make sure that you could see her face. He's looking down at a plate. He can't even see what her face is doing, and he doesn't seem to much care. So my little two-penneth on this one is that they are not happy families, but, and, you know, she's got to do this because she is his public face. Diana was the Queen of Hearts, and still Chuck got away with getting rid and pulling out is the one that he truly does love. So maybe that will happen at some point in time. You know, if Kate proves to be bothersome. Now, they said, right, that she... let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Where does it say? It says somewhere in here. Right, here you go. Ms. James. Who's Ms. James? Oh, I can't be asked to fucking read it all. But whoever this Ms. James is, who's being paid, said Kate's hat was a way of drawing the attention away from herself and seemingly, according to somebody who's been paid to say it, a tribute to her father-in-law. There was a hint, the expert said, there was a hint of discretion or maybe a desire to not upstage in the way that Kate's hat brim was tilted to partially hide her face in the carriage. It's also hiding her face from her husband, who doesn't want his hands on her. Instead, he's got the woman that he allegedly loves more than anything, who's going through cancer treatment, and instead of putting his hand on her, he's using that hand, his non-dominant hand. You tell me if he's a lefty. Right, tell me how he waves. Get involved in the comments. Like, literally, these are just my thoughts and opinions. If you think the same way, let me know. If you think differently, let me know. I don't, like, I ain't saying I'm any particular expert on this, because I hold my hands up and say that I'm not. I'm just saying that if I was in a loving relationship with a man and I was going through treatment and I was that ill that I was pencil thin and like literally wasting away, that there's this huge block there that he can't even see if her face is okay, and he's lifting up his hand and pointing it away from her. I want to see the body language analysis on this. I really do, because from what I can see, a non-body language expert, that's what it looks like. So I'm going by it that like either she's found out he's in an affair and she tried to kill herself to get rid, and they're like, oh no, you can't. Like I said in March, they have ways and means to ship people off into isolation for reprogramming so that they cannot be seen by the public. The guy the former royal staffer who accused a high-up male royal of raping him in the papers years ago. One news story, boff, gone. He was shipped off to a mental institution in Scotland where nobody could get hold of him. And allegedly, Princess Diana went up there, take the conversation of him, and boff, by Diana. So it's all, but at the end of the day, if they don't lay it out, these people are paid to be in the public eye. It's not their duty to wave. That's not a duty. That's what we pay them to do, to turn up in open face and wave at people and shake hands. That's not a job. Do you know what I mean? We need to, but we're educated from the age of 4 that is it. That these people are genuinely better than us and that we should feel truly honoured that they wave at us because they are so much better than us. And we're told that soon as we can wipe our own arse and are taken away from our mum and educated by people who are quite often fucking alcoholics, have their own problems at home, are no better than you and me. Sorry, teachers, but they are no better than anybody else. They are doing a job. And literally the way that the country, the world, the Western world is run is utter fucking bollocks. And we are indoctrinated, with nay, dare I say, brainwashed. Minds manipulated to believe that these people are better, that they tell the truth, and we're fucking lucky to have them. And sorry, but I don't subscribe to that, and he's hashtag not my fucking king, and never bloody will be. I think he's disgusting. I ain't forgotten Diana, and I never will. Do you know what I mean? She's the best thing that ever happened to that. And buff, they ain't going to let her bloody top herself, are they? Because she's Diana 2.0. Without that, it's like not like Meghan can fucking bring up in some fresh blood. Everybody's been told that they've got to hate Meghan and Harry. And let's not forget that Harry publicly said, I refuse to play the game that killed my mother. Now, William hasn't been brought up like Harry. William had his work cut out from him from a young age. He was the heartthrob because he was the best looking. Boy, did that ever change. And the eldest one of his is now in the line for that. And just look at him, look at the plebs lot. It's like, fuck you. Look at this body language. They're on a V facing each other. They're on a V facing away. Tell me that that's normal. Tell me that that's a loving husband who's concerned for his wife's well-being. And I'll call you a liar. I'm sorry, but nah. Do you know what I mean? Charles, the hashtag not my king of the country, can touch his wife. William, whose wife is ill, can't even look at it. Couldn't physically look at her if he wanted to because there's a plate in the way. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, but my thoughts go out to you, Kate, and keep her safe. Folks ain't. Do you know what I mean? Don't know when she'll be back. Don't know what she'll be doing when she comes back. I'm sure she's got a lot of work that they've got to put her through. But she did a bloody sterling job painting on that smile. William couldn't really do the same. But that's William for you. Anyways, thank you for sticking with me. If you made it to the end, I owe you a bevy. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. I really appreciate it. Need all of you that I can get. And if you're not, please consider doing so, or giving me a like, or sharing the video, or just discussing it with people. Because at the end of the day, we just stick for everything in this country. We just believe whatever the news tells us. And the news works for them. So, anyways, thank you, and never forget that I love you all. Bye.